Ladder safety. Introduction. Ladders are crucial tools that are used across the globe. They help us go up and down and work at different heights. Portable ladders are especially useful tools because they can easily and quickly be moved and carried. They are simple tools that come in many sizes, shapes, and styles. Although ladders are easy to use, they can be misused or abused, causing serious injuries and deaths. With the uses of ladders, step and footstools, there is always the danger of falling. Restaurant employees face these dangers when working around the kitchen, storage shelves, and other high places that need to be reached by ladders, or step stools. 1/3 of all reported falling incidents involve ladders and step ladders. On average, this makes up 14 deaths and 1,200 major injuries to workers each year. Many of these injuries happen because of inappropriate or incorrect use of the equipment. These injuries can be cut back completely with the correct training and use. This training will help managers and employees know when to use a ladder, decide how to choose the right type of ladder for a certain job, understand how to use ladders, know how to look after them, and take correct safety precautions. Choosing the right ladder. Always pick the right ladder for the job or task that needs doing. There are many types of ladders, ranging from simple wooden job-built ladders to specialty ladders for specific jobs. Ladders can be made of timber, aluminum, or fiberglass. There are 3 main types of ladders used: 1. Extension, 2. Step, and 3. Multi-purpose. Stools, such as step and foot, are widely used in small areas and spaces to reach closer to something. Keep these tips in mind when picking the right ladder for your job. When inside, step ladders or multi-purpose ladders are normally the best choice. When working outside, taller step ladders, multi-purpose or extension ladders are better. Don't use aluminum ladders when working near electricity. Pick a ladder made from a non-conductive metal for electrical work, like when working near overhead power lines. Make sure the ladder is the right length to safely do the job. Choose a ladder that is designed for how you want to use it. For example, don't use step ladders in a folded and leaned position instead of a straight ladder. Pick a ladder that can support your weight and the weight of any materials you'll be using. Ladder ratings and labels. There are different kinds of portable ladders. They all receive a rating based on their maximum working load, the total weight that can be safely supported, or intended use. This includes the weight of the worker, tools, and materials. 1AA, 375 pounds, called super heavy duty. 1A, 300 pounds, extra heavy duty. 1, 250 pounds, heavy duty industrial. 2, 225 pounds, medium duty commercial. And 3, 200 pounds, light duty household. These ratings must meet the American National Standards Institute, the ANSI standards, and they must be shown on the duty rating sticker or manufacturer's label. ANSI needs every ladder to be labeled with this information, so users will know if they have the correct ladder for the task or job. Manufactured ladders have warning markings and labels, such as caution and danger, which are normally in red or yellow. They usually have safety labels which have information on how to use the ladder properly. Before you use a ladder, check the rating to see if you have the right ladder for the job. Be sure not to increase the load on the ladder greater than it can handle. Always read manufacturing labels and follow all recommendations and instructions. Do yourself a favor and avoid falling and injury to yourself.
Ladder composition. When choosing a ladder, you should think about the different properties: weight, durability, and other qualities like conductivity. Conductivity is important if you're working around power lines or other electrical and energized areas. Avoid using metal ladders around power lines. Don't use a metal ladder when working around energy sources. Metal ladders must be labeled with a danger warning sticker stating electrocution hazard. This ladder conducts electricity. Do not use around electrical equipment, or similar phrases. Wood, metal, and fiberglass ladders may have specific construction requirements. For example, metal and fiberglass ladders need slip or skid-resistant feet, steps or rungs that are ridged, knurled, dimpled, coated with skid-resistant material, or treated to decrease the chance of slipping. Up and use of a ladder. A major cause of falls from ladders is the incorrect setup. Many accidents can be avoided with common sense and good work practices. Using the right setup techniques will give your ladder the most stability and help keep you safe. Inspection of ladders. Ladder users must inspect ladders before each use, and broken and damaged ladders must be immediately marked to easily and readily show they are defective, or tag them with a Do Not Use sign with similar language. These ladders must not be used or removed from service until fixed. Check all ladder pieces for sign of wear, corrosion, or structural damage before each use. These inspections should include rungs. Check for broken, split, cracked, corroded, or missing rungs. Side rails. Check for broken, split, cracked, corroded, or missing side rails. Cracks. Check carefully for cracks. They are hard to see. Cracks weaken ladders. Excessive bends. Check for rungs or side rails with too many bends. Bent areas are greatly weakened and may fail during use. Hardware. Check for ladders with loose, corroded, or weakened fasteners and hardware. Feet. Check ladders for missing or damaged feet. Ladder feet may have both non-skid pads for use on hard surfaces, concrete, and metal feet for soft surfaces, dirt. Coatings or paint. Check for paint or other coating that hides problems. Wood ladders shouldn't be painted or coated with anything dense, except for warning labels, which can be placed on one face of a side rail. When other kinds of ladders are painted, it's hard for the user to see damage, like cracks or dents, and painted areas must be checked carefully for hidden damage. Oil, grease, and other slipping hazards. Inspect ladders for oil, grease, moisture, or other slippery materials before use, and clean when needed. Capacity. Check the capacity label and make sure the ladder has enough strength to hold you and everything you are wearing and carrying. Preparing to use a ladder. The first step is to rid the area of hazards and danger. Check the ladder for problems and damage before using. Look above for any overhead wires or obstacles. Use non-conductive ladders for all electrical work. Clear any clutter from the area near the bottom of the ladder. Block off areas around the ladder so people and equipment won't knock you off. If you're working close to a corner, put a sign to warn people you're there. If there's a door nearby, lock it, block it, or ask someone to watch it for you. Before you use a ladder, check its rating. Be sure not to put too much weight on it, especially not above what it can hold. Use of a ladder. Put the ladder down carefully to avoid slipping. In a place where you're likely to slip, tie off or have someone hold the ladder. Don't use a ladder for something other than its normal purpose. Don't use boxes, barrels, or other objects to raise a ladder higher. Don't put ladders in front of door openings towards the ladder unless the door is blocked, locked, or guarded. Put the base of an extension or straight ladder 1 foot away from the wall for every 4 feet of the ladder's length from the support point to the surface. Before climbing onto a roof using an extension ladder, be sure the ladder goes past 3 feet beyond the roof line. Never overextend an extension ladder. Read and follow all instructions on the ladder. Employers can prevent and reduce the risk of employee falls when reaching or climbing by. Give employees enough ladders, and step stools of the right type and size in all the correct areas, kitchen, storage, etc. Have ladders, or step stools in good working condition. The ladders and step stools should be the proper one for the specific job and have slip-resistant feet. Give training on inspection, use, and maintenance of ladders and step stools. Install good lighting in work areas and in delivery and storage areas. Set up work areas to decrease the need for reaching and climbing. For example, keep regularly used items on shelves that are easy to reach. Note: child labor laws forbid young workers under 15 years old from doing work on ladders. Employees can stop accidents and injuries when using ladders and step stools while working in restaurants by following these do's and don'ts. Do: Routinely check the condition of ladders for damage, defects, and slippery conditions. Check your shoes for oil, grease, etc. before climbing the ladder and steps. Only use proper ladders for the job to be performed. Only use ladders that can be properly used within the space provided. Always position the ladder in such a way that you do not have to overreach. Always maintain 3 points of contact. Climb or come down facing the steps. Protect against surrounding hazards, such as hot liquids when you are on the ladder. Don't access elevated locations without a proper ladder. Use ladders that appear to have damaged or defective components. Use metal ladders when doing electrical work, such as changing lights. Use unless trained. Use chairs, buckets, anything else instead of a ladder. Step on the top 2 steps. Try to handle overloads. Know your strength. Get help as needed.